There are a lot of ways that you can look at pressured love. Many of you might be pressured to get married from family or your partner. Maybe it's not marriage. Maybe your partner is just pressuring you into a commitment. Maybe you're pressuring yourself to act a certain way in your relationship, or you feel like you should have been married at a certain point in your life. Either way, pressured love is not healthy. You should never feel or be pressured in your relationship. What's good, y'all? Tasha here. Welcome to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I give marriage advice to those going through separation because I have been there. I know how hard it is, and I want to help you guys get through it, regardless if you want to save your marriage or not. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the idea of pressured love and how you can avoid it. Many of us actually tell ourselves these stories and we have these expectations when it comes to not only ourselves, but also our relationships. Women and some men in their mid-30s might be wondering why they're not married or why they might not be in a relationship. Why haven't they found the one? Maybe you have family members asking you that same question. Or maybe you've been dating someone for years and they still have not asked you to marry them. When a partner starts to become, or when they feel pressured in their relationship, other feelings will start to come up, like anger, resentment, and even some insecurity. If a person gives into that pressure for the sake of pleasing someone else, that decision will usually be followed by regret. And if a person feels regret for marrying you, sadly, that marriage is most likely going to come to an end, because they're going to feel like they were forced into the marriage versus being happy that they're in this marriage with you. And the worst thing that can happen to anybody in a relationship is one partner feeling resentful about the other. I personally think that pressured love is more common with women than it is with men, but it does happen to both. For some of us women, I cannot say all of us, but for some of us, we have been planning our wedding since we were children. I personally am not one of those women. I never really had the desire to get married. But I do know a lot of women that have done this and have been planning their wedding since they were little girls. And we always put ourselves on this timeline. By this age, we're going to start our career. By this age, we should get engaged. By this age, we'll be married. So by this age, we'll have kids. By this age, we'll buy a house, and so on, and so on, and so on. And then when things don't happen to our timeline, it can cause unnecessary anxiety, and we begin to feel like a failure. And don't let us not be married by a certain age. We end up turning every single relationship into a marriage proposal. You're constantly trying to figure out if the person that you are dating is the one. And instead of being relaxed with the person, you're trying to already plan your wedding and you're only at date 2. And our family, even though they love us, they can also put the added pressure onto us. They'll constantly ask, when are you gonna settle down? When are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have babies? And it's all unnecessary pressure. We'll stay in a relationship way too long just for the hope of marriage. Or we stay in a marriage for way too long, hoping things will get better. We create these expectations of ourselves and of our partners, and these expectations can affect how we show up in our relationship. We have and we create these high or low expectations because of what we see around our family and our friends, or maybe even on social media. And we may not even realize that these expectations are really not something that we want. So how can you avoid it? 1, ask your family to stop asking you about your future. It will happen when you meet the right person and when you're ready. 2, if you're in a relationship right now, just let it be. If you're in a happy relationship, just let it be. My parents were together for 10 years before they even decided to get married. There is no rush. So take that pressure off of you and your partner. If you two are happy the way things are, then stop worrying about society and societal pressure. Let go of any expectations that you have. And if it's hard for you to let go, ask yourself, why do you want this? Why do you think that you should be married by 30? Why do you think that you should have kids by 25? Really ask yourself these questions and find out if this is something that you really want, or is this something that was put on you from someone else? And 3, if you are not in a relationship right now, enjoy your life and enjoy dating. Let go of this timeline idea and ask yourself, what do you really want? You may think, because of your idea of this little girl and the movies that you may even watched, you may think you want a knight in shining armor. You are not a damsel in distress. You do not need saving. You may find that you want someone to fight alongside of you. Some people just think that they want marriage and kids because that's the next step once we're in a long-term relationship. But why is that? Why are we constantly trying to find someone who's husband or wife material? What does that even mean? Since I started my journey of helping other people, it really made me start questioning, what are we really looking for in life? What are we really looking for in a life partner? What is it that we really all want and need? And I really truly believe that before you decide to settle down, that you really need to ask yourself these questions. Really reflect on your marriage, your ideals, and your goals. And ask yourself, what is this really coming from? So I hope this video helped you guys. I am always trying my best to bring you guys value, so I hope you really got value out of this video. Go ahead and do all the little things that you guys know that you need to do. And remember, love yourself, adore yourself, and always be yourself. Thank you, and I hope I get to see you guys in the next video.